Hey, give me all your money. Just kidding. I just need $1 a month. That's all. And don't forget to join us every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time US for our live streaming.
One day, men will look back and say, I gave birth to the 20th century.
You're not going to see the 20th century.
Roll up his sleeve. Don't struggle.
Did you see Depp's face? Did you see his face in the carriage? Yep. Johnny Depp's one of my all-time favorite actors, actually. This is a favorite movie of mine. He had awesome performances in Benny and June, What's Eating Gilbert Grape, a lot of good '90s movies. Of course, everyone knows Edward Scissorhands, things like that. His '80s stuff, and his first film right there I showed you was A Nightmare on Elm Street. Got the job from actually he's good friends with Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage took him to the audition. He wasn't even going to audition for it, but so yeah, yesterday was August 7th, which August 7th, 1888, in London's East End, was the night Martha Tabram was slashed. She is not a canonical Ripper victim. However, a lot of people believe she was Jack's first victim. And this is from the film From Hell, which is a Jack the Ripper based movie. Very good. For those of you reading my stories and whatnot, if I've already sent you the kidnapper's commentary for Meet the Neighbors, I had not explained to you before what the letters at the beginning and end of the stories are. If you hadn't figured it out or looked it up or saw what, you're like, what is this? The From Hell, Dear Boss letter at the beginning, that's one of Jack the Ripper's letters. Obviously, I changed the actual main part of the letter. And then the ending, the disclaimer with the Catch Me When You Can, Mr. Lusk, that's also one of the Ripper letters. Those are thought to be the two main letters that were actually written by the killer. And then Meet the Neighbors, the killer's name was Jack, and he had the medical handbag from 1800s. But yeah, I'm a huge Ripper buff. You show me anything with Jack the Ripper and I'll watch it. I even watched the movie Jack's Back with James Spader and Cynthia Gibb from the 80s on Netflix just because. Yeah, all the documentaries, Destination America has a bunch of them. YouTube's got tons of Ripper documentaries if you want to educate yourself on that. It's just such a fun topic. And it's like there's Jack the Ripper fans. Like, it's weird to say that, like, I'm a fan of his. Like, I don't condone his work, but at the same time, it's like it's one of those things that, we're so disconnected from the fact that, that happened, heading towards 150 years ago now. So, anyone related to the victims is obviously dead. It's not too soon, I guess, anymore, for people to, admire the work or whatnot. It's weird. Like, it's not something that you want to say you're a fan of, but you can't stop watching. It's just so interesting. It's basically Jack the Ripper is basically the last mystery in the world. Nobody will ever know who the killer was unless some descendant of the killer finds some memorabilia or something hidden somewhere. There's really never going to be any way to know for sure, and that's what makes it so fun. It's like watching UFO documentaries, Bigfoot hunting. You just don't know. But yeah, that's pretty interesting. And of course, it's August now, so the Autumn of Terror, as it's known. And whenever August comes, somebody IDs Jack the Ripper. It always happens. I already saw it. I Googled it the other day, and someone a couple weeks ago, they got an early head start, and someone knows for sure who it was now. Last year it was somebody else. The year before it was somebody else. It's Jack's been ID'd more times than the remains of Noah's Ark has been found. I mean, it's just something that never ends every year. But I always laugh at it every time I see it because it's always crap. You know, there's authors and historians that have their theories, and they all know, and it's just a fun one. But this movie centers around the doctor conspiracy that he was covering up for the king, because the king or the prince or something contracted syphilis. Yeah, it's one of those conspiracies. It's a good movie though, very well done. I need to watch it again. It's one of my favorites. I haven't seen it in a while. But who knows? I think there's a good hand gagging scene in it too. Actually, if I recall correctly, to watch it again. But maybe with Heather Graham. But that's what we got today. So, Detective Johnny Depp gets the detective gag in the carriage. So, very fitting. It's a good scene too. But that's what we got. Subscribe, like, and comment, guys. Thanks.
Roll up his sleeve. Don't struggle. Don't struggle. Don't struggle.
So what's going on here? An orgy or something?
Maybe a funeral, dickhead.